Morning, all ready to go. I've got a very long cycle of 14 miles today. Don't know if I'm going to cope. I always find it fascinating when you cross a border how much everything changes. All the people look different, the buildings look different, the language changes, you know, and you look just literally across a line like I showed you earlier, and there's a completely different culture, religion, everything, just because we've drawn a line on a map. Last view of Turkey back there. Oh wow, I can't believe I'm in Georgia still. It's a strange feeling when I look on the map now. I'm like, wow. Spent a bit of the evening last night just watching some of my older videos, and it's so weird now in some ways to go back and watch them and see where I started. Alright everyone, I've just been enjoying watching a massive storm that's just come through, and I've cooked way too much food. I've been in Batumi for a few days, partly because I'm waiting for some packages to arrive. My parents sent some stuff over, some large and new cycle jerseys from Great Ormond Street, which should be more comfortable rather than the slowly shrinking ones that I have. And also just some extra bits and bobs like chamois cream, stuff like that. I also ordered some racks, which are apparently in Narnia. I don't know where they are. It's been actually stressing me out a bit for the last few days, because they should be here but they're not, so I'm going to wait till Monday. Hi everyone, hope you're all doing all right. Still at the guest house in Batumi. It's Monday now, so it's been a couple of days I've been here. I'm just waiting to see what's going to happen with these racks, these parts. I can't really leave Georgia without a new rack, so it's stressing me out a bit if I'm honest. Right everyone, quick update. It's about 2-3 days later since I last spoke. I can't remember which day it was, and I made a decision to sort of make a change. The order I've done through bikesdiscounts.de is just taking an eternity and I can't get any answers, so this is still what's showing up. Like the shipment would be transported to your country, yada yada yada, and it doesn't matter what website I check, it says the same thing. I called the Georgian customs, they said they don't have it, it's not arrived in Georgia yet as far as they are aware. The shop has no idea what's going on. I can't talk to DHL, so I just decided to give up with this order. So I've reordered it with an English shop which actually uses DHL courier, you know, airmail, and it's already in London and it should arrive in Tbilisi, not to Batumi because I'm not going to wait here any longer, next week at some point, as long as there's not problems with customs. So I couldn't get the exact same front rack that I wanted, so they're both the racks are tubeless racks, and a big reason why I wanted to replace them with these is they're still won't snap. It will usually bend if something goes wrong with it. Bending's a lot better than snapping. Right everyone, hope you're doing all right. Just literally about to leave after what's been 6 days here, but I've got everything I needed besides the stuff from that company. See you later everyone, it's been a pleasure meeting you all. Before I get on the busy road, I thought I'd just say it's always sad saying goodbye when you've been somewhere for a period of time. You get to know everyone and make some good friends when you're there. They're really nice, a lot of the people staying there. People from Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, Russia and stuff, Ukraine, New Zealand. So it's just a nice group of people. So should be an interesting ride, just going onto this road, turning right and basically following this road. It's a busy road, so it'll be what it will be. As you probably can tell, it's very humid. I'm going up a hill at the minute. Had a stop, I'm like soaked through already. I've done like 10 miles. Oh. This route's been pretty nice so far because the motorway is just to your right. And it's taken a lot of the traffic off the road, and it's a much slower road. I'm not missing the highways of Turkey. Just makes for a nice break. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna stay like this the whole way, but it's been nice so far. I'm guessing this is it. It's the most colourful place. Morning everyone. How are you all doing? Just in guest house. Too humid last night, way too humid to even consider like wild camping. Not for me. Like 80-90% humidity during the night, 29 degrees. I don't think much sleep would have happened, and it's going to pretty much be like that to Tbilisi, but thankfully it's quite a short country, Georgia. There's definitely a big dog problem in Georgia. They're smaller, they're not as big in Georgia. Turkey, they were just humongous. like I say, all the big dogs seem to have eaten all the small dogs in Turkey. They're that big. But there's a lot of them here, and there's quite a lot of aggressive ones, and they're just a bit daft. Like they will just run across the road, and you're trying to avoid running it over for your own sake and the dog's sake, but then you have them like chasing you. I literally had to basically hit one with a stick yesterday to get it to back off. It was that persistent and trying to chase me. Hello. Right everyone, checked into a hotel again, pretty cheap, £16 I think, if I remember correctly, something like that. I'm just at the foothills of a big climb tomorrow. It's about a 3,000 foot uphill climb up the mountains tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a bit rough, I think, on the roads because there's a lot of tunnels. It's a main road through here. There's a southern route, but it's basically just a dirt path. It's down as a B road, but it's a dirt path, so I'm not going to do that because my rear rack will probably turn into ash by the time I get to the other end of the pass. Some fun tunnels coming up, and they're not very well lit apparently, so put the light on here and the light on there, so hopefully this works. So the highway restarted, and the road that adjoins it or next to it and follows it, the side road is much quieter now, which is nice. What would you choose? Tunnels and flatter terrain, or the slower, quieter side roads which aren't on a highway? I think most of you choose the same. Just about to go back onto the highway. I think this road pretty much ends soon anyway. Every time I keep eating, I keep feeling I'm going to throw up. It's been a really hard day. Trying to ignore it, just trying to get to where I need to go. Minimum I need to go over the mountain pass, and then I'm going to see. I don't know what it is. I think maybe my salt levels are low or something. I have no idea. I just feel really rough. Part of the trip, isn't it? It's not all it's not all rainbows and sunshine, although there is a lot of sunshine at the minute.
can't explain to you how horrible this is. Been like a ram. 32 miles and I've been climbing. Feel like I'm gonna collapse. Oh, is that shade? I'm going in that shade for a bit. So done. I am so done. I've just stopped for a minute. Got about 2 more miles until the summit. That's more like a tunnel. I can't explain how I feel right now. I haven't had a day yet. Although I struggled when I left Istanbul, and it was a bit different. I haven't had a day yet where I've been tempted to flag someone down to give me a lift. This isn't fun. It's a big, long, steep climb. No space on the road. About every 5th car is chucking out loads of pollution. It's really hard to breathe, it's hot, and I feel rough. I'm at the top. I'll celebrate once I'm through this tunnel. From what I've read, it's not very fun. I like this one bit. This is awful. God. Oh yes. Oh, I've definitely got low salt. I've got the worst leg shakes. Wow, I love that. That is amazing. I don't know where you want me to go. Good morning everyone, hope you're all doing alright. Next day now. Oh boy, what a day yesterday was. I don't know how to summarise that. That was probably one of the toughest days in the trip so far. Combination of just poor nutrition, I guess, and tiredness, and just the actual route itself. It was tough because there was just so many tunnels and just construction, and it was narrow roads. And any of you know what it's like to climb a hill. That's when it's hardest to keep your balance, when you're going slow, especially on a touring bike. So when you've got trucks and everything whizzing past you, and you've got this narrow little space you're trying to keep in, it's quite tough. Also had like muscle spasms. I was on like the verge of throwing up. So what I'd done is I got some salt and just made basically what resembled ocean water, and had half a glass of that, and I feel a lot better. So I definitely think my judgment was correct on that one. Had about 1.5 foot long of a kebab wrap, which had good reviews, and I've still got half of it left in the fridge for breakfast. Yeah, on that side of things, feeling better. I don't feel nauseous, which is nice. My muscles aren't spasming out, which is nice. So I was probably getting quite dangerously low on sodium levels. Right, everyone, all loaded up, ready to go. Gonna go to the town of Gori. It's about 33 miles from here. Pretty windy day, as you might be able to tell. But it should be okay. It's about 20-mile-an-hour headwinds, so it'll be a slow going, but I should get there. Hello. Hello. How are you doing? Hello. Oh.
things just run out of anywhere around here. My eyes, my beautiful eyes. The wind is insane today. This is not 20 miles an hour. Far from it, more like 40, but getting there. It's not as bad as yesterday. Nice scenery to my right, the Russia to my left. Slowly getting there. Right everyone, just had a shower, all checked in into what is actually a pretty decent little place. Got AC for £12 a night into the town of Gori. It actually looks really nice, Gori. You probably saw from the footage just as I was going in. So I'm happy I'm staying here for the day. I'm going to chill out here for this evening. I'm going to go to the Stalin Museum tomorrow, which I'm quite excited to see, just because of that part of history I find quite interesting. And see the city. It looks like quite a pretty city. There's a big fortress in the center of it. There's a big Orthodox church up in the mountains. And it's quite clean and it's quite developed for a Georgian city. So I was just in the bank for about an hour and a half. I think I've got the import duties sorted. I don't know when it's going to be shipped to Tbilisi. I'm only a day's ride away, so that should be okay. It's just quite a complicated process. There's a Stalin Museum. It's about to go in. Should be interesting. Right everyone, next day now. I thought I'd just say I had a good time in the Stalin Museum. Very strange sort of place. It's something I thought would be quite interesting to see, at least being in Stalin's hometown. It's not a realistic interpretation of what he'd done. It was made 4 years after he died, and yeah, it probably hasn't changed since then. Absolutely beautiful today. It's just so different. Hi everyone, just arrived at the guest house. I was given like multiple things of alcohol when I got here on an empty stomach, so feeling a little bit tipsy at the minute. Been in Tbilisi for a couple of days now. Got a few things sorted, didn't bother filming it, so it wasn't really that exciting. So I got the package for my racks, they're all fitted and they fit on well, so I fit them the following day. Also got a bike box which I was overcharged for, 35 Georgian GEL, which is about £7-8, maybe a bit more. I didn't really like the guy I got them from. I found them a bit miserable, but I just thought just get them. I was there, I waited with this Norwegian guy. We were waiting for about an hour and a half later than when he said to get there. Just got my tyre, hold it up as small as possible. It's not a bad job. I'll show you the box. Oh. Try to get as much as I physically can in here without being too heavy. I think I've done a decent job. Oh well. Tyres should just fit down in. There we go. Pretty much ready to be sealed up. It's a little bit stretched outwards, but if I push it and tape it, it should hold.
Маскаңыз орындықтың үстіңгі жағында орналасқан. Қажет болған жағдайда автоматты түрде түседі. Жақын масканы өзіңізге тартып, бұрын мен ауызға.
Right everyone, just got to the hotel. Got a taxi. I'm very happy I did because it was like a main highway pretty much leaving the airport, and I really wouldn't have had the energy to ride that. It's about 17 miles from the airport to where my hotel is for the next 2 nights, and after not sleeping all night, it's not really what I want to do. So I'm gonna sort the box out and stuff. The taxi driver is really nice. They all try and rip you off, and you have to be quite firm about the price you're going to give. It's about $10, so you just don't go over that basically. And they eventually give in. They ask again a couple of times while you're driving as usual, but yeah, it's all right. So I'm just gonna get the bike out of the box, gonna just get it all sorted, so I don't have to do that later. Can check in about 7 hours, maybe a little bit earlier if they let me, but we'll see. Get the bike done and stuff first though. Anyway, I'll talk to you in a bit.